Hi guys, welcome to the Jerseylicious Tell All episode. I am your host, Jessica A. Fox, and and I'm here with Tracy DeMarco, and we're going to talk all things Jerseylicious. Was it real? Was it fake? Was Olivia a huge bitch? Was Tracy really fighting people? Was everybody hooking up?
Oh my God.
We have all the answers here today. We're going to get to all of your questions, and there's a lot of them. How you feeling, Tracy?
I don't even I'm doing this for you guys, not for me, because I never ever want to relive it. Even when people bring it up, I'm like, yeah. And then I move on.
I know you're nervous about
I
today.
hate this. My palms are sweating, but I'm freezing at the same time. It's weird.
Okay, so if you feel uncomfortable at any point, just let me know. We could stop. We could take a break if you need it. You know what I mean? If you feel like you just need to have a glass of water.
Yeah.
We're not drinking because
I am not drinking today.
It would get weird if we drank today.
No, I actually got in a fight with Corey on the way here, and Jessica was like, "Don't kill anybody. Bye, I love you." And I was like, and then I showed up, and she's like, "Why are your eyes so green?" And I was like, "Cause I'm mad." And she's like, "Wow, you can totally tell when you're angry." And I'm like, "This is the worst day this could have happened because Jerseylicious Tell All is."
I know you're already in mood. Your mood is to murder. So
I can't.
So everybody wants to know, first and foremost, how you and I know each other outside of Jerseylicious. And the truth is we don't. So some of you are really good, and you may have spotted me. I think it was season 1, episode 2.
It was definitely season 1. I don't know what episode, but I had blonde hair.
Early, yeah. And I had a short bob with bangs.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I actually must have told you that 1,000 times because I was supposed to be doing your hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even want to touch it. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm just going to brush it for a little.
So I was in a bridal party that got our hair done at the Gatsby, and Tracy was my hairdresser.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
But
we
you were
clicked.
with somebody else first that did your hair like that, and then they needed you for something.
You came over, you were straightening it.
Yeah, I was just touching it up really, but I really didn't want to do anything else to it.
I don't know if you remember this, but we exchanged numbers and you gave me your BlackBerry number.
Oh my God. I still remember that number. It's a 201 number.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, 572. Yeah. I remember it.
I just remember because I was we talked very.
She was so cool.
Love you, mean it.
It was weird. But when she sat down, I was like, wow, this girl's really cool. She's like, what did I say? Because I was like, what did they tell you to do?
Yeah, so Tracy comes up to me and she's whispering to me. And you have to remember, this
I'm
is
mic'd.
new.
We're all mic'd.
Yeah.
This is my first season. I don't know,
it's definitely early on too. You might have filmed once or twice before this. So everything's new. The experience is new. None of us know what to fucking expect. And Tracy's whispering to me and she's like, what'd they tell you? And I was like, to be a bitch. And then she's like, oh, don't do that. And
don't
I'm like,
do that. I try to help people.
And I was like, no, but if they're gonna fuck with my face, I'm gonna be a bitch. You know what I mean? It's funny.
It's such reversed roles. Whatever you think you saw is the opposite.
Yeah. So, all right, before we get into anything else, I want to know, Tracy, how did you get cast for Jerseylicious?
Okay, this is the weirdest story really, because I was in beauty school. I actually went to beauty school with Lauren from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Her mom's Caroline. So
when people ask, are you a hairdresser in real life? The answer is yes.
Yeah, we went to school together. But it was weird because she was like, oh yeah, I do this show Real Housewives. And I was like, oh, I've seen it a few times, but it was really early. I didn't really watch it, but I knew of the show. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, they're trying to cast me for this new show coming out. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And kind of giving me tips or whatever. We weren't friends, but we were in the same class. So they reached out to me through Jackie, who's Olivia's friend on the show, Jackie Carbone, as I know her. And they reached out to her because they must have found her and Olivia somewhere together, and they asked her if she knew anybody that would be a really good villain.
Whoa.
And she was like, oh my God, my friend Tracy, you have to cast her. She's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not exposing my whole life. I was 21 years old, maybe 21. I don't even know if I was 21, maybe 20. And I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, just do it. they came so hard for me. They were like, no, we really want you to. It's a docu-soap, which is basically like a documented soap opera. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then all I kept thinking was like, who doesn't love Sunny? Who doesn't love Spencer Pratt? Like, who doesn't love like the villains of the world? Like, that's awesome. So I was like, oh, I could totally play that. Like, I could be that.
How did they know you'd be good at that?
Because when they talked to me on the phone, they saw a picture of me on MySpace, and that's when they were like, oh my God, like we have to get this girl.
Who was it? Was it Alex?
Yeah, it was Alex. And I met her at this La Quinta hotel, and my mom was like, you're not going inside alone, so followed me to the hotel.
Wow.
Like, and I didn't know it, but she was like in the hallway waiting because she thought I was going to get killed, my mom.
Well, that's my next question is,
yeah, it was
like,
so shady.
Your
like
parents, like, what did your parents think about
Well, I
this?
told them I was going to do the show, and they were like, okay, well, like, you know, I don't really know how reality TV works, because it was like the kind of like beginning of like reality. I mean, like there was always like Real World and stuff, but that wasn't what this was.
No, this is. I do want to remind everybody, like
this show,
Jerseylicous was like a jumping point of reality TV. Like craze.
Us and Jersey Shore came out at the exact same time, but we had already been recording for a year and a half before Jersey Shore even existed.
Yeah.
So it was so weird to us because all this was happening so fast and so new. It was like the reality jump off, really.
Yeah, and it's funny because Jersey Shore aired first.
It aired like a month before our show.
But Jerseylicious had been recording way before.
A year and a half we were filming for. So because we had the pilots and all of that. And their show was different from ours because it was like put them in a house, kind of like Real World, and see what'll happen. Our show was a very different premise, so it had to be filmed and picked up in that way. So it was different. Theirs happened a lot faster, but ours took a lot longer, but we were airing at the same time.
So like, how did you tell your parents? Like,
so I was like, I'm going to do this reality show. I took a lot. I finally decided, yes, I'm going to do it, really because the money they were offering me, and I was like, I'm 21 years old, fresh out of beauty school. Like I work off tips basically at a salon. Like, and they're offering me this great job at the Gatsby and blah, blah, blah. It's like this established salon. So it seemed like a no-brainer. I was very naive, like a baby, fresh out of like baby college. Yeah, and they were just like, you know, be careful. We're gonna read over the contract a lot and this whole thing. And I was like, okay, but like,
I remember
even the
my
contract doesn't fucking mean shit.
The contract was crazy. The contract, I remember the Glam Fairy contract literally said like we could film you
in the shower. Yes, that was, oh my God, that was what I remember about it too. And my parents were like, they're not filming you in the shower. I was like, you have to know if someone's in your house. Like I don't think that's what they mean. They're not gonna film you showering. That means like if you're in the shower, they could technically be filming. So when you get out, you're on camera. Like you can't go in water with a microphone. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's only so much of that.
No, but the contract was scary as hell. It was like pretty much signing your life away.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did.
And like we were young, so like I don't have a lawyer to look over this contract, and it's exciting and new and fun. So you're just like, all right.
I pretty much signed it without thinking about like, oh, will money increase and will all that. And like I just signed it because I was like, that's a great deal of money that I'm gonna be making at 21 years old. I'm pretty sure the
contract was real tight too. Like I remember after Jersey Shore aired, like I think it was such a hit that right away
got money raised.
Yeah, they instantly, yeah. And Jerseylicious was like, nah, we're gonna lock this shit down so you can't pull what they do.
No, yeah, and they saw them get the money raises, and I think it was like fourth season, we were like, we're all gonna stick together and we're all gonna get money raises. And then Anthony and Olivia dipped, and we were like, what the fuck, bro? We could have all done this. And we're like, what's wrong with you? It was so
we didn't even try that shit with Glam Fairy. None of us would talk, so it was a hot mess. Don't forget, guys. New clips air every Thursday. So, see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
we're the best you've got.
So, cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, and if you like this clip, share it with a friend.